Yeah, a bit of pep in their step, you know?
Because remember, they need to make top 3 in the playoffs and upset a major squad if they want to go to champs.
That's what's asked of them.
There.
Wall up, lots of players facing. This is Crew grouped up now, ready for potentially the onslaught is coming in their direction. Cloud9, guns in hand. Striking all the names off the list until it's just MTA.
A very nice one there. I like the reposition as well, C9. Zeppa flashes through and then takes a deep spot, drags a lot of crosshairs away from the other two as Vanity and Rooney were fighting. Don't see MTA being able to clean this one up. They're going to spot. Can they see the spike, the defenders from this position?
Could have heard it, I think.
Here comes the clash.
Yeah, they're just going for that contact re-clear, so inevitability there.
Cloud9 make that one look easy.
TA going a little bit for walkabouts. Almost punished there. Bullet tagged up. Heavy emphasis placed by Cloud9 over towards that mid control. Just leaving Vanity posted up. Put him south there. Marshall in hand. Just Smunt has to use the TP.
Not convinced he was going for Shy in that situation. Think that was a missed shot for Kesnit. Does end up going down to the aforementioned star player from Crew. Is there a chance here?
Surely not. No danger. There can't be. Spamming away with the judge in hand. That's the funny gun. In play. Tucked up close. There's no connection with the flash. And, well, Oxy, it's getting funny with him, man. He's running him down. Up onto the high ground. Bit of damage done to Rooney here as he's dropped down. Gonna hear this one. A lot of footsteps running in their direction here, but spamming into the corner. Oh, no. No way. No!
Still. But Crew, enormous advantages unless you head into this judge. This kind of range, the judge is definitely better than having a Vandal.
Yeah, it's the funny gun.
It's not that funny.
It is when it's in the hands of Oxy. I mean, not in that way. I wasn't trying to diss the guy, but it ended up that way, didn't it?
It looked like he maybe had his eyes on the minimap or something. He was quite late to react to that one. Perhaps a bit of an unfortunate timing. But that's the main source of danger in the round gone, I think. You never know with Cloud9. Last year, their eco round win rate was fantastic, but that was where they were getting a huge amount of value out of Leaf and Zeppa running around with the stingers, and then Rooney and Jake headshotting everyone with the Sheriff.
It's going to be pushing Zeppa down to that low ground. It's an awkward hold that Cloud9 really have over the A site. I mean, they've got anchoring players. Trailblazer not broken, has to slip himself passing away with the paranoias, gliding past one another. Inside the smoke, Zeppa. Shots fired, rattled, out and away. There's only 28 seconds left.
Nobody home towards B, though.
Yeah, and Crew seem to have sniffed that out.
Thread the needle. They'll still be expecting somebody here. But Crew have got themselves a site for free, and Cloud9 are going to find it very difficult to apply any pressure.
Yeah, Shy not interested in a second go of things, at least dancing with death there.
And Kesnit's one away from getting a showstopper online, which would just be a nightmare for C9 to deal with, because their economy is going to be in a pretty fragile spot next round.
Rooney Sheriff kill.
Rooney Sheriff kill.
Yep.
There it is.
I've got the pen. I'm also trying to do the play-by-play. They might be going for a... Okay, never mind. They're not.
They're not going for anything fast. Don't worry about it. Rooney upgrades to a Vandal, though, and that'll be worth keeping.
Fancy hearing these footsteps. Will want to take these guns out of their hands, potentially.
I'm surprised that Kesnit is not chasing. This seems like a perfect opportunity.
Here in the top, there's the ult.
Well, yeah, there's the ult online.
Gotta get out of there with the gun, though. Everybody back.
Failing that because you're just on the brink of the more important games.
It's also split.
Oh, that's very true.
I mean, you could throw out strategies.
That's
really
a great point.
You're not worried about it, man.
Completely forgot about that. We're about to have an unbelievable curveball being thrown in with Abyss.
The Abyss games that were being played, I only caught glimpses of it in Pacific.
Team Secret threw themselves off the map like 2 or 3 times.
It was very funny.
But they also won the rounds where they threw themselves off the map.
Yeah, bizarre.
Which team in Americas is going to sign the #1 ranked American player and win the single elim game as well? I'm still waiting for that.
Who is the #1 ranked player in Americas? It's probably Zekin, isn't it?
I think it's Barla.
Probably Arthur.
Yeah, probably
Bala. Yeah.
No, I have no idea. They could well be an already existing VCT pro, though, of course. But yeah, there's absolute madness going on over there in Pacific. We're just ready for that to be unveiled over here on the Americas stage. For now, Crew getting a lot of control here before they pop the showstopper. This is going to be crazy pressure on Moose.
It's a slow siege until it's just not full explosive gameplay occurring. Rocket denied. Kresnit, no value to be gained. The kill trip's definitely put it in work. Moose finally tackled. Melzer stuffed around to the back. Oxy finally puts him in the dirt. 2v2 now.
Spike planted.
Calm in the Tempest.
Camera taken out.
Camera going to be broken. Doubled up now. Making a call here for Crew to hear that nade rebounding. Gotta know Oxy's position. Seeking that fight. Remaining. They do take it. Even before Vanity was even ready for it. It's a 1v2 for the IGL. Paranoia sweeps past. Only the one connection. Sidestepping. And no.
And despite the showstopper getting no value, Crew still win the round, and Cloud9 back down to an eco.
Bit of danger with the rifle in Rooney's hand, but he's working his way up to where the A-round players are. This time, though, Crew are playing anti-flash. Holding a setup, the molly in the hands of Shy, just in case they try to pop flash through it. Kesnit. That's precarious. They want to go for a fight anyway. It's a molly, flash, rebounding. They don't clear the corner, they don't clear the corner! With spam bullets, they do it. At least a job there. Straight through the box and a call of the cancel. Crew, bit of a pump fake. They do this one quite a bit. A fight in mid that is vitally important. MTA winning it out. Ult lets it rip. Good information. Cloud9 going for that bait and switch as well. Just hoping that it triggers them out wide. Heat was still ready for it.
And so all of the sting taken out of this round for C9. Rooney in a spot where really he's just going to save. There's not even any economical damage that he can do at this point. He gets Seekers. Those are great to use on a map that's so much about information. Crew still in control. It feels a little similar to the beginning of Icebox, where the score is quite even. We saw 4-4, 5-5 kind of beginning to Icebox, but Crew looked like the better team and eventually just went on a run. Ended up spiraling out of control for Cloud9. And we've talked a little bit about what Cloud9 have to gain in this match. If they win, they're third seed. For Crew, if they win, there's a chance that they end up in third, fourth. It's actually really messy for both of these teams, though, because in an ideal world,
right, slow.
6 match losses in a row.
Slide. Yeah, it's been just them slipping and sliding down a pretty muddy hill. Now might be able to get their footing.
Their match page is Crew colored, if you take a look at it, which is not what you want to see.
It's brutal. This trip setup meant to punish the fast central play. See Raze players do as they wind their way around the pillar. Seekers up through mid along with the flash. Paranoia forwards, but a one-way wasn't pulled out in time. Oh, also denied. No funny business there from Melzer. Spam into the corner though. It was going to be called out when Melzer got taken out of the ult. They knew it was in the corner. So Moose dealt with. Did they know that Zeppa's taken up residence?
It's a nice reposition, I think. It's quite unexpected. Crosshair's not trained on it, though Heat is thinking about this.
Yeah, I mean, Zeppa doesn't get cleared. Could perform magic. Up and over the top, doesn't know which way to look still! They haven't traded him, have not cleared him out, and of course the reinforcements are there.
Anybody's half.
A lot of ults online for Cloud9 too. A lot of players grouped up. Looking towards mid. No fast play in sight. Crew might even be looking to try and bait some of these plays out. Look at the Trailblazer that no one's following up. No one taking that space.
It's also been a bit more difficult for Kesnit to force the early engagements as he was on Icebox. You saw angles there that he could just dry swing onto, and C9 were finding it very difficult to avoid. Whereas on Split, so many ways of being able to hide, jiggle, play for info with the Cypher.
Does Melzer want to do something cheeky here? TP across maybe? Trips walking away, Moose is having to run backwards and forwards. It's oscillating wildly. Cloud9 has now got a few more bodies up towards this heaven angle fight. Up through ramp, Melzer. Tucked just to the corner, MTA trying to do a bit of sound bait. Noise bait, hoping the attention is really directed over towards him, and that's where Melzer finally his time to strike. MTA, that supplementary fire just over the shoulder, and it's led raining down on these Cloud9 players. They have to give it up.
All of this before Shy's lurk through mid even was suspected or got any value. It's a lovely setup from MTA and Melzer. MTA's taking contact, then Melzer can paranoia. As soon as the Seekers were deployed, they chose that timing to swing, because otherwise that play is going to be ruined by the Sky ultimate. And MTA was spamming the Seekers and caught Rooney through them, which, oh, that's brutal, especially for a player that only got 2 kills on the first map. Really went in his direction.
Early flash in the satchel. Kesnet being set up nicely there. You know, that's a spot that causing a few issues. Bullets firing away.
Moose playing on the other side of the pillar this time. C9 responding to all of that noise, pressure, rotating 3, almost 4 players, but Zeppa now moves back over towards A. Spreading back out.
Okay.
Up through mid. What control of that's going to be conceded, so Crew happy to oblige. And a gap in the defensive protocols. There's 2 players watching forward, just getting the angle onto it. So Zeppa, rifles well trained there into his hands. Could have been a poor mismanagement, at least expecting that. And up and about on the ropes. We'll pull out the paranoia.
That paranoia is really difficult to follow up on from Vanity. And a fairly big piece of defensive utility that they no longer have access to.
Massive gap in terms of the defensive play. I mean, C9
30
having to
seconds
basically
left.
hold it down, bunk
Time
it down,
now.
up onto these sides. Time with a showstopper in Oxy's back pocket. Can start to play spoiler towards him. The nade flying over and around. Here's the showstopper. And it's put a pause into it right when there's only 17 seconds left. Real difficulties right now for Crew. There's no way in hell they're going to win this one. With heat dropping too. You got to give it up.
Left.
That spikes down as well. Indecision there from Crew. Perhaps a sign of that attack side calling.
What is going on?
Kesnet, though, giving it to Oxy. They've been fairly good with it, that being one of the situations where it certainly looks weak. Punish on the ult orb here. They're expecting Kesnet to play for it.
Sort of created a little high-low setup. Kesnet,
Good luck.
very aware. Very aware! There's no way in hell.
How has he isolated the 1v1 in that spot? The tiniest of shallow peaks.
It's pre-firing on the corner. AM5, I mean, just didn't even need the orb, did he? All now earned. Oxy might go for a bit of re-exploration, might get his head taken clean off if he's not careful. Shy is holding this one down. Smoke fades in mid. Here's the option and opening now for Crew. Oh, here we go. Just missing it. Sliders to pixels, showstopper around the side and around the back. Expecting potentially, maybe even hearing his footsteps. Surely Shy's going to be calling that the pressure's all coming straight from that main angle. Satchel forwards, rocket flies and does land and connect. Of a nade rebounding out through and wide. Nobody can really stand their ground from Cloud9's side. They have to pack up now. Wait for the play. There's even still a chance into this one. It's a Trailblazer. Set them up. Maybe they can take some ground out towards it, but isolating it, leaving Vanity very much alone. Walking out, not expecting Elza to be tucked just down there. They know exactly where Rooney was. Spotted out prior, hunting him down, disrespecting him. And with a time ticking like this, there is just no chance, no shot. MTA
Of last year's run.
Again, it's always that caution that Crew open up with. Maybe sometimes a bit of a rapid take of map control over towards the extremities, but for now, slow and steady. They'd almost taken out Heedle. Some form of a util, I think.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a boombot from Oxy, I believe.
Okay.
Throws that out, nobody breaks it, just explodes in Heat's face.
And making their way back over, grouping up. Just trying to make it feel like it is just MTA. Going for the solo lurk as the cages have popped up.
Yeah, and so Crew are really good at disguising plays like this because they keep people drifting on the other sides of the map. You know, they still have a player all the way over towards B, have a player towards mid as well. But that does mean that the main group is usually only 3 on split. Makes the main pack slightly weaker than some other teams that like to group up as 5 or 4 before they go for the hit.
40 seconds.
Malza's
Getting spotted. Anchoring players. Could be a bit of a danger zone right now for Crude. Got to get a bit of a move on here. Time whistling away. Nade rebounds. There's going to be that connection, but a trip. Not able to be a kill trip, actually. Taken care of relatively easily. K still going to be cutting this one up, and Kesnit's aim is just impeccable, but it's a fast play by Cloud9. They want to wrap this one around and play with the bodies in place. Oxy, that's the definition of snappy. Still going to be taken out, though, and he leaves it up to Vanity.
Miles away, Vanity. This is going to be a very difficult 1v2 to pull off. He's lost all the info about where Crew could have repositioned to.
Another 1v2 that he's going to be asked of. Doesn't want to give away his position with a bit of that early util, but he does still have TPs, Paranoia. It's available. Heat's going to be low, could go down to the spam. Paranoia out and wide. There's the one potential of the kill. Heat just... Yeah, he's been struggling a little bit in that regard.
He's still been all right. He just hasn't had the star impact that C9 are often looking for, I think.
You know, the Oxy takeover.
Yeah.
Very high up smoke. It's going to be just blooming and dropping.
Yeah, Vanity threw it almost to act as a one-way there, but at the same time as Rooney popped the Viper wall, so...
Not walking. Zeppa's not doing this with any setup at a util here, but at least the Paranoia might be pushing him, and a swing through wide. It's not being covered, so Shy taken out, dropped in the process. Another refight might be called here, at least with the Paranoia, but Vanity, he's holding the cross. That's nice.
Here comes a flank play. Taking a look
around. Noro Fefto should be spotting this out. They're going to notice mid players lurking. Melza just needs to stay alive. Exactly where he is. No way to trip. Catching.
Melza can run away. He has ult.
Surely you can back away. Square it up to them. He wants the fight. Trying to take it. Spike it back up. 38 seconds. He wants nothing to do with it. MTA.
The grand heist.
Absolutely. He's rinsed them.
Pick their pockets.
Spike. Going to be the plan. Cam broken. 1v3 though still to deal with here. Vanity's going to be low. First contact way ahead of it, but still Moose finally there with a collection.
Oh, I was begging Melzu in that situation after he got the kill on default. Perhaps not.
Yeah. Bit of spam and noise. Oxy still with that ult.
Cover going out.
Walking close here, plenty of bodies from Cloud9 as well, looking to see if they can potentially find over this one. Snake bite, up and past. TP away, out it hurt it.
What a read.
Yeah, popped it off, pre-fired into the corner. First skill advantage here for Cloud9, looking to see if they can sail away to a 6-6 half.
Could be the Oxy ace round. Just have to make sure that Shy doesn't get caught by this. Triple push re-clear from Cloud9.
Spam with the bullets. All down. Hello. Vanity's out in the open. Doesn't expect that. Surely not.
Slipped away.
How does he manage that? Zeppo again going for the re-clear. Doubled up again with these players. You don't go for another one. Surely Shy's still fighting it.
He's pulling people.
It's the Seekers. Nade. Oxy. Just hoping he can delay. Push them back, ward them away. He's a flash in his face. Oxy
30 seconds left.
feeling he's in the danger zone potentially there. Up and above, Kesnit. No way, man, no way. Rooney's still there, tapping away. Gonna be that precision on display, but it's not quite. There and available. Vulnerability, seeking the timing past it. Oxy just tanking most of it. Will be dropped now, Moose, in that 1v3. Forwards, hoping he could take the... It wasn't we were gonna get it. The timing, I mean, it could have been better. Bit of a pistol round, though. Let's take a look. Cloud9, we said it over and over again. Backside calling does not look too hot from this team. Got to see some improvements here as we head into the playoffs deeper. Just to have some confidence in them.
Nade expended to get rid of that trip. Different teams are going to have different ways of breaking it. But Nade's a fairly big piece of your pistol round utility. Nobody playing the B site, though, in an anchor position for Crew, so no one that would have been caught by that otherwise remains unscathed. MTA starting to sneak back into a spot.
They're walking up onto him though. Oh, just shoulder check in, jumping over. He's kind of caught into this tight angle over the top. Reinforcements not able to bail him out. Cloud9, a cheeky call in the midst of it.
They won the pistol round to open things up.
Looking for the repeat. That is laboured. We've all been there. Mel's are left to do it all. Looking unlikely, but you are right. It's looking inevitable. Cloud9 pistol round win.
Crew won both of the pistols over on Icebox. And now C9 have won both of them tournaments earlier on in the year, or winning enough games in stage 2 to really have a shot in that regard of being the 4th team to go to champs, so they'd have to make a run in the playoffs. Get a podium spot.
Trying to spot TP, but I think that's for info that Vanity's going for, but the orb was up in his face.
Yeah, slight bit of anti-synergy there.
Yeah.
Feels like Rooney's timings are a little off with the way that Vanity wants to play. You saw him go for that one way earlier where Rooney had the wall up too.
Good though. It's going to be a bit of a yap. I mean, look at
yeah.
It's a full stack from Crew onto the wrong side. So
yeah, it's completely empty. Nobody's home. Cloud9 raiding the place.
Yeah.
And it should just be a free cleanup.
Spike.
Should we get in the plaza?
Yeah, and this is another situation where Oxy could go and try to hunt for kills. They're giving the spike over to him, so it gets that ult point.
Doesn't have a gun.
Doesn't have a gun, so he's free to chase. It doesn't matter if he dies in this situation. But if he can manage to win a duel, then he's going to be getting closer and closer to showstoppers that really can put that gun round on the board for C9.
Grenade.
Just seeing a shoulder there, Kesnet. Lets it loose with a few bullets, but yeah, we'll see if we can get the ult online. 3 away. Every kill counts. There are so many players waiting for him, man. He's not giving him an inch. Trying to set him up with a flash here, turning away. He got one. Kills, yeah, and he just knocked them all down like a pair of bowling pins towards B. Nice pieces of util just to deny any early P. On a push away, Oxy, though.
And now what's your game plan with the ultimate itself? It seems like the kind of situation where Oxy could honestly swap the Vandal onto somebody else. You know, toss that over to Moose, for example.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Spoken into existence. He's in the comms.
There.
So this indicating that they're gonna, I mean, you can see the pings on the map as well. It's no secret C9 are gonna be sending this one into A. But it's another situation where Crew don't actually have people on the site, so not too high of a chance of the showstopper finding anything unless Oxy pivots and follows the dog, but he goes to site instead.
Ult going to be clearing a nice little path. There's no one holding this, like you said, in the anchoring positions. Whoa! What is going on there? I mean,
Vanity, he had the spike and then he realized, whoops, some of us need to be playing offsite for A ramp control in the post plan. That should probably be me, shouldn't it, boys?
It's a rapid retake, though, of that main control just from Crew. Oh, my! I mean, knocked him all over. Spike plan of a Vanity. No chance, though, for him. They've been aware of the fact that they've already taken up residence there out towards A main, so blink of an eye.
Yeah, a little bit of the ult finding nothing, a little bit of gun diff, a little bit of didn't plan for the post plan and scrambled back with a single player. So, yeah, first opportunity to put one on the board.
Let's see how it works out. 113 holding the paranoia for that ramp. Melza, though, is way ahead of any potential util.
Shadows traveling.
Crew getting ahead of a lot of this here. Kesnet. Here. Connection with a flash. Trying to fake like they've taken mid control. But I mean, Crew have got 3 players just, again, stanced up there in that spot. Melza's ahead of potentially all of this. No, the paranoia's good. Potentially hearing those footsteps. TP. Melza can't get out. Scot-free there. Instant reposition here from the Crew players.
Not choosing that opportunity, though, to commit into sight. Cloud9 pump the brakes a little, reset, 50 seconds. If they're going back over towards B, they're going to hit the Cypher utility. Perhaps they've made the wrong read here on what the defensive setup is. It would be weird for Melza to be playing that far ahead and there to be players on site or a Cypher playing there, so I'm a bit confused, but they have misdirected the triple stack.
It's not going to be used to clear most of this util out. MTA.
30 seconds
Good
left.
player though to step up to this kind of challenge. The orb's up into the it. No way. No way! That's the spike again! Drop down, can't clear the heaven player. Moose there with a trade.
Here.
18 seconds left. Nade rebounding. Off into the corner, Rooney has to stick this one. Barely getting out. Off into that half HP. All the corners being accounted for. Moose, it's the last one left with this clearness. A satchel peek from Heat. It's beautiful. In motion, this guy cannot be denied. Painting such a pretty picture. It's up to Oxy once more. Can he deliver? 1v1. He's brought it to it. Now to step up to it. Boombot putting him directly to Shy. But why the hell has he got the shorty out? What's going on?
I can't explain it.
What's going on?
When the Boombot tracks onto Shy like that. Back onto an eco. That one just slipped through Cloud9's hands.
Grenade!
Hearing a bit of that util here into the corner, spamming away with the bullets. Oxy's the casualty. That's just to punish the Trailblazer that's being used a bit further back into mid. Walking up now, up through and away. MTA. They're ahead of most of your setups. Here's it. Tipper-tapper there from the footsteps. Rooney, Sheriff, in hand. No one to make it sing. Out through the back of the side, though. The rifles are going to be prevailing.
Be accessing form like it was at the beginning of the year for them.
Exactly. Being a heavy hitter team, they've got a lot of players, teams to account for. Flash through. Space given up here by Cloud9. They don't want to fight through the orb, though. Not right now. Cage is up. No way. You till your hand melts, are you going to be choking? Whew. Thinks twice about it. Trailblazer re-clear. Meantime, while all this is happening, walkabouts in mid from Cloud9. Trying to be slow and steady with it. Moose with a punish. Here's the orb being picked up. It's a nice one. Ult now online as well. Gives a nice detailed picture of where this defensive setup is. Melter's not budging. He's not shifting at all. Has to eventually give it up.
He doesn't realize.
They're going to be hearing this one. Yeah, Melter's being caught at least onto the cross. Information given up. Kesnit, can he really do in this spot? There's a one-way planted up into his face. The site is going to be given up entirely here for Cloud9.
This is the rifle round. Attack side rifle round.
Needs to be the way. Shy tries to step past that smoke as well. See if he can punish. Plant now deeper into the back of the site. Nice and safe. Only two players left standing, so unlikely. Really, did crew even make a go of this? Kesnit spot Rooney. Looks like it. Crosshairs well trained onto the angle.
Last player.
There's a high ground perch that he swings from, so immediately puts him into the dust.
And unless MTA somehow pulls off the 1v5, this is going to be Cloud9 picking up their first attack side gun round on the split on the attack side. But on other maps, he does seem to struggle a little. And I would say this is one of them, which is why we were taking a look at those rifle round win rates. Easy for me to say.
Getting slow and steady from Cloud9 here. Just spotting Shy off onto the corner. No signs of life though until now, basically, where Cloud9 are finally showing a bit of presence. Moose spammed down early. He's down to 45 health, still gets the one.
That's so bold.
That is ridiculous. He's going for more, why not?
I've got your trail.
Great timing that he's found.
Yeah, Seekers are going to be spotting him. Right towards his back, so they're going to always look over towards the A side.
Massive fight in B main as well here.
It's going to be some difficulties posturing them back and away here. Showstopper in the hands of Kesnit, but he was expecting plenty more players, where that came from, right? Walking into it, Moose, he's been cleaned up, cleared out. Everybody out through mid here, and as the rocket rebounds, it does not collect. No casualties.
Look at this
side, yeah!
Caught.
TA dropped in the process. Now, it's a bit of a freebie here for Cloud9. They're going to know
30
that
seconds left.
most likely be main controls, given that they don't have to worry about it. Kesnit feeling like he has to make a play. Has to try and drop one of the players when they're crossing, but he's the only player that will be falling. Shy, once again, stepping over. Kill miss by Oxy, but not the second. He will drop in the shorty. There
It to within one round. And crew need to make sure that Moose cannot play this aggressive style over towards A ramp. He's getting far too much value. He was on 5 health the whole time there.
Yeah. to do just that. Much deeper smoke from them. Trip pulled back. Doesn't get broken there by the nade.
Yeah, nice.
Placed up, and that's a waste of your nade. That is a... it just feels bad for Oxy. He just sees it gets placed again. There's nothing you can do.
I mean, he could have invested a satchel there again, but MTA just pull it back again.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Might send it flying now. Out through with the ult. Boombot 2. That rebounds, and there's a connection. Kesnit were falling. Out over the top though, Shy, and nobody's cleared. We're accounted for! The corner! MTA will drop every single player that crosses the boundary. Did not matter. Weren't expecting it. Stand up. Fans again so brave at the crosses. My God.
Moose as well getting very brave over towards A.
Right. Really stretching themselves out there, out towards mid. As you were mentioning, there's bravery on either side. Moose though will respect it and back away now.
And Crew grouping up to contact reclear through middle, hoping that Cloud9 have evacuated this space, but they have not.
Still holding it. There's bullets flying straight past them as well. They're going to double up. Good discipline on display. Still MTA. What is this? Sky is blinded him. You have to collect that one. Banatini does. Now a rapid run around. Try and take it towards the B site with that plant.
Don't get into my world.
Hit placed. Also, lots going to be asked of him. Potential there. He needs to get a little bit lucky. Hopping around, baiting any one of these players to potentially step out of the Merc, but no. Backs himself away.
And so that fight in mid for Cloud9 really deciding everything. Great try from MTA. C9 keeping it close. Definitely having more success here than we saw in their game against Sentinels. To be expected, Sen forced to be reckoned with on this map.
Yeah.
Especially the defense side protocols, but it's good to see Cloud9 finding their moments and actually predicting what Crew are going to go for, too. That contact reclear through mid, Vanity read it, he was still there with Zephyr. They had the read, I mean, towards him.
Yeah. Big group up here. Looks like they want to try and take for that ramp control to Paranoia, but stepped past it, Milter. He was way ahead of it. A little bit too late and delayed, and they're just not there with a trades Rooney. Eventually there, not anticipating the re-swing. Straight out of the timeout. Crew willing to give up anything at all. Up to 12.
Tens for the Cloud9 fans.
Yeah, one round will do it. Seal it up nice and pretty. Oxy looking to disrespect here. Trip's gone. Deals with it into mid. No more funny business with it being pulled back and put back up once more. Well, that mid pressure. Shy with the orb looking to regain control of it.
And surely we're not going to be denied the bingo after this match. Surely we get something across the line. I'm rooting for the Oxy ace.
Jump spotting again.
Yeah, Melzer would be the first target.
With a shot fired off. Paranoia as well. Sweeps his way through. Is going to be putting a bit of a pause, delay into this round. Heat. Chances. And drops one. With Zephyr falling. Oxy tucked himself deep into the side as well, but his post-plant positioning needs to be ideal. Oxy, surely you don't go for this one. Surely not! But with the shorty in hand, Vanity made him weak enough. Clearing out all these players, every extremity. And now just two stand onto the site. Cloud9, Moose and Vanity. They've got to do it all to stay in the game. Stay in the map, stay in the series. Moose back against the wall, but nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Crew, they dismiss him. That's a 2-0 fashion. And today, we said it was going to be a bit of a test, a bit of a see in a form heading into that playoff run. Crew looking on fire.
Individually looking very sharp, the Crew players. If they can keep this up heading towards playoffs, there is certainly a chance that they can make some big upsets happen. We wouldn't have even considered it a massive upset if Crew were to go on a run and get a top 3 position at the beginning of the year. Their performance was looking really strong. But it's been a dip, a slump for both of these squads throughout Stage 2. And Crew, after 6 match losses in a row, they make sure that they do not end Stage 2 winless. It's a great one for them, for a confidence booster heading into playoffs.
Get themselves over that hurdle. And it can mean all the world, I think, as well, if you just get that one win after a massive losing streak. You've been slipping, things are going wrong for you, you've made changes, but they've got it here and now. It's 2-0. It's the way they bested Cloud9. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never forgive them for closing things out 2-0 and us not completing the bingo, but, you know, they didn't know that.
No, they didn't know. They did not know we were playing for that.
Yeah, tragedy.